Hello, everybody. My name is Cindy Lee, and as Jason just introduced me, I am the head of the Sandbox Korea, and we are the platform that makes decentralized metaverse. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about what Sandbox is and how the metaverse is perfectly collaborated with blockchain or Web3 environment. So before we begin, I would like to show you a quick video of Sandbox just to test if the video is working well, and also to show you a little bit a taste of what Sandbox looks like. So can you hear the sound right?
No.
So there's no sound. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. So Sandbox is an open metaverse, and it's a platform where we provide users with tools so they can actually build their own metaverse with their own hands. And we collaborate with a lot of IPs as well. And we also have cryptocurrency called Sand, so which works as a perfect reward for our users as well. Seems like we have a slight problem with the sound, but no problem at all. Okay, so to begin with, I think it's better to talk briefly about what metaverse is. I mean, in the Wikipedia, it is defined as a science, it's defined as a virtual world. It has long description about what metaverse is, but in short, I think we can just say it is an online virtual space which enables user to interact with each other inside computer-generated environment. So when you actually hear about the word metaverse, it could quickly come to your mind that it's very similar to the game. So that's why a lot of gaming people from a lot of gaming industry has good understanding of the metaverse industry. And what Sandbox is it's an open metaverse. It's an open metaverse platform, and it is on blockchain. So it can help user to build, and they can share their experiences and their assets. And we also provide something called market area where they can monetize their assets as well. I will talk these in later section in more details. So just to give you a brief idea, is the Sandbox is a metaverse platform. It's an open platform, and everybody can join freely, and they can freely download the tools that we provide. And our tool is based on voxels, which is 3D version of pixels. So, it's more like a cube, so it's easy for everybody to make what they want to make using our tool. And also you can monetize all the assets that you create from our platform and own a cryptocurrency that we published called Sand. So the Sandbox was actually a mobile studio which made games called the Sandbox like almost 10 years ago. And we realized that because the Sandbox was a game where people had to participate what they made, and they had to upload their projects or their assets on our platform, and they shared each other what they made on our game called the Sandbox, the original version 10 years ago. And we realized that to give more incentives to the users, we had to come up with an idea where we can reward them properly. And that's why the Sandbox blockchain version came out. So we can properly incentivize and reward our users for their participants in our system and in our ecosystem. So it's an open metaverse. So it's an open metaverse where people can easily make their own contents and easily make their own NFTs using our tool. And also it's an economy where you can have different kinds of digital jobs. I will explain what kind of jobs we can have in our platform as well. And also it's a economy grouped with DAOs and DeFi gamings. And of course, because it's on blockchain, everything is decentralized, and it's on blockchain, you can clearly see what NFTs or what cryptos were owned by whom and to whom it was sold to, and all the history very clearly. And with your own avatar, you'll be able to enjoy experiences that others made, or even what you made, or even the IPs that we collaborated made. And we have a lot of IPs that's currently working together with us. And some, as you can see on the slide, you can see some of the brands that we are collaborating at the moment. I will also explain more details of the IPs that we are currently working together. Here it says it's 200 IPs and brands, but at the moment it's now over 400 IPs and brands. And this is simply showing what kind of ecosystem is available in Sandbox platform. So people who want to create their own game or their own asset, they are free to do so. So they will have their own creators community. And also for those people who want to only play others using these, for those people who only want to play or enjoy or spend their time using the contents that others built, they will also have their own players community as well. And of course, because this is not only game, but it's a metaverse where you can recreate anything that's possible in the real life. So anything that can happen in real life can be rebuilt in this metaverse world. So here you can have your own museum, you can have your own house, you can have party with your friends, or you can host a concert, you can have a fashion show. So all these real life jobs can be recreated on these metaverse, on our Sandbox metaverse. So you can be a tour guide, you can be a curator for your zoo or your exhibition, or you can even hire other people from outside to become your content tour guide or your content curator as well. And I will explain more in details, but we also have something called land, which is a virtual real estate. And if you own your own land, you can maybe rent your land to your friends or others from outside who wants to build their content but doesn't own land. So it's like another world where you can live, but it's on the virtual side. So that's why we call ourselves open metaverse platform. Okay? These are some of the key matrices that we key indexes that we achieved through in year 2022 and 23, early 23. So as you can see here, not most, but the majority of our users are between 18 to 24, are very young people. And surprisingly, we also have some people over 50, but we are not sure if they are real 50 over over 50 people, or maybe there are some youngsters who's using their grandma's or grandpa's ID as well. So, but you can see the general idea of what kind of users are geographic and the age differences in our platform. And throughout the world, it's evenly our users are evenly distributed in Latin America through Asia. And these are just some numbers for those people who are curious about our platform. That we had an alpha season on the year end of 2022, and for about 10 weeks, and around 30,000 people daily visited and enjoyed our contents, which was created by users and also IPs. And around 17 million people visited our content. We are not an open service at the moment yet. We are still preparing for a beta service, and it's only in alpha stage, but you can see how people are excited about the contents that we are preparing for. I briefly mentioned about the land, and this is a virtual real estate that we provide and we sell. It's of course all on Ethereum chain, and it's all ERC 721, and it's a portion of Metaverse, of course. And people who owns a land, they can build whatever they want to build on this land and publish on this land to share their content with other users. And land is it's all pixelized on the map. If you visit sandbox.game, you'll be able to see directly what land looks like. And when multiple lands are linked together, you can also have bigger land that's called estate. So 1 by 1 land, you can have a land. If you have 3 by 3, which is portion of 9, you can have 3 by 3 estate as well. So this is what the land looks like, and all these lands are owned by users, and even some lands are owned by celebrities or brands or like entertainment companies, or even a conglomerate companies also own some of our land. And also the land that's owned by famous artists or big companies, the land which is right next to that famous artist land sometimes become very, very expensive. It's like a real life where when a certain area becomes very famous about, let's say a big department store is going to be built on certain area, the land or the estate, the price of the land nearby the area usually goes up. The same thing happens here in the virtual land as well. So Snoop Dogg is an American singer, as an artist and a producer. He owns a 12 by 12 estate land in Sandbox, and the land right next to the Snoop Dogg's land were once almost, as you can see here, 450K US dollar, which is only 3 by 3. So very, very expensive, was sold very, very expensive. So how, if you wanted to join Sandbox Metaverse, what were the 3 steps to join Sandbox? So first of all, because all the content is going to be published on land, it's important that you own your own land, so you can publish your contents on your own land. But I briefly mentioned that if you don't own land, you can always rent a land from the landowner, which can create some kind of business model there, where you own your land, but if you don't want to use it, you can just freely, or I mean, you can rent it to other people and earn your money or earn cents from there. It's like real life where you know a lot of people who owns a building and they don't actually work for their living, but get rents from their real estates or land or buildings. So first, it's important to have your land, so you can have your logos on your land, and it shows that you are part of our Sandbox ecosystem. And then you should build your own experiences. We call this experience, or it's content, or you can host your own social contest, so you can engage your fans or your users to your content. And when you build your own content, you can invite all your friends to, or your fans to come and play on your experience using their avatars, or you can also prepare for NFT collections, so you can which generates revenue from this is part where you can generate revenues from. So you can sell your own avatars, or you can sell all these assets made by Sandbox tool and do NFT collections. I will explain more details about these building experiences and social contests or avatars and NFT collections in later page.
Can you check the chat box?
Sure,
there
sure.
is one question.
So according to DebRadar, which is a blockchain-friendly resource organization, Decentraland has less than 40 DAO. Sandbox has less than 1,000 DAO. Evidently, users find no advantage of these called Metaverse over other games such as Minecraft, which was a DAO. How is Sandbox going to close this gap? Okay, so it's a very good question. First of all, Minecraft is already published and it's been live service for many, many years, and it has great user experience and also has a lot of fan base already. And Sandbox is only starting, so we could call ourselves a second party, or we are running a little bit late than Minecraft. But the biggest difference between the Minecraft and Sandbox is that Minecraft, if you build something, they usually take almost 30 to 40% of the revenue that you generate. But here in Sandbox, we encourage our creators to make as many assets and sell on our platform, and the only we will be charging less than 5% for the revenues that they make on our platform. And that's one of the biggest difference between Minecraft and also and Sandbox. And second, the difference is, of course, ours is all on blockchain, so people can clearly see all the transactions and all the see clearly who is the seller, who is the owner, and who's the owner of the IP. And that's another big difference between Minecraft. And another difference is that if you know anybody who owns IP trying to build their content on Minecraft, they usually say that it's very, very hard to get approval from Minecraft side, because Minecraft is very cautious about the contents that they create. But Sandbox is more of an open platform where if you are an IP, you can make whatever you want to make if the law if it's not illegal. So if you're not selling drugs or any sexual activities, we open your IPs to freely make your content and publish it to the users. So of course, because we started a little bit later than Minecraft, but we believe that our system on the blockchain has strong advantages over the current Minecraft system, and also yeah. So also Minecraft is more of a gaming platform, I would say. It's more focused on the fun to play on, but Sandbox is a metaverse platform where you can host wedding, or you can exhibit your NFTs, or you can make assets with the theme of zoo. So you can actually do a lot of things that's really actually happening in real life. I will show you some of the examples of the real life metaverse events that IPs hosted. So which is a little bit different from where Minecraft is focused on. Okay, and another question I see is concerned, since this class is about mass adoption, not about technology, although I admire the technology and the difference between Minecraft and Sandbox, but what in the future release will bring the DAO to 1 million? Do you have any prediction? Predictions on the numbers for our players? I think the Minecraft user and the Sandbox new features. So what? Oh, new features from Minecraft? Do you mean new features, the predictions of the new features of Minecraft? Oh, new features of Sandbox. So new features of Sandbox, we are preparing a lot of new features in Sandbox. And oh, okay. So we don't have like specific one new feature that will bring 1 million DAO, but every little updates and every strategic decisions that we make is to bring 1 million DAO for our Sandbox. So for example, at the moment, people who own land cannot publish on their land yet, but we are opening that beta service sometime soon this year, so people can freely publish their contents on their land. And secondly, we update our tool almost every 2 or 3 months, and new features are added every time we update the tool. And also, our tool is very easy to use. Actually, I will show you the video in a few minutes later on. Some of our creators are as young as like 10 or 11, and they come up with these great assets, and they actually sell them on the market. And one of our creator called Hidong, who is actually joining junior high next year, has earned over 20 is like $20,000 yearly for the assets that actually created using our tool. So it's very easy to make, and also our game making tool doesn't need any coding knowledge. It's all drag and drop, so easy to make. So kindergarten students could actually make contents if they wanted. So this is very different from what Minecraft is trying to do, because Minecraft, you need to actually learn a little bit about the coding to use freely the Minecraft tools. Okay, so I think if you when I finish the presentation, you might have a little bit more understanding of the difference between Sandbox and Minecraft.
Cindy,
Yes.
can I add one comment?
Sure.
About this question?
Sure, please do.
Okay, so I think the question is very good. So the question is about how we can achieve mass adoption based on blockchain-based metaverse or blockchain-based games. So I think usually blockchain-based games and blockchain-based metaverse talk about their advantage in terms of monetization of users' contents. So users can get majority of monetization of their contents. On the other hand, Minecraft or other metaverse-like social games, metaverse-like games, they just focus on fun factor, I think. And monetization scheme is another key ingredient of their service. So to be honest, I'm not sure Metaverse itself will be the big in near future, and also if monetization scheme will be the competitive advantage in Metaverse, normal gamers should create their own contents, and then they try to sell their contents to others, and others should buy user-generated items. But I'm not sure this will happen in near future, and this is the long journey to change users' mind. User don't think contents or IP or my digital items are mine, and they don't try to make money with their digital items. But so their mind and their experience should be changed in long time. So I think it is the difference.
I totally agree with you. Yes, I think we are talking the same thing, because I also mentioned about the advantage of the monetization, where Minecraft takes over 30 to 40% as well, as we only have less than 5%. And Minecraft is game-based, which is a fun fact, as you mentioned, and we are more of a metaverse where it covers larger area, but which means it could be less fun. So it's the biggest question and biggest mission that we have to solve.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I will just quickly show you who are the global partners that we are collaborating with. Ubisoft, Gucci, and Adidas. So some of these people from culture or entertainment from Korea, we have SM Entertainment, or Studio Dragon, CJ ENM, and also Netmarble, Bororo. So we're working with all these big IPs globally. So they are the ones who is looking forward to build their own metaverse and their contents on Sandbox platform. So over 400 global brands are already on our ecosystem, and we have many other partners on different areas. We're studios, we have education partners, and also like tech partners as well. So I've been talking about this tools that we have. So I will just briefly go through what tools and what marketplaces we have. So we have something called Vox Edit, and this is, as I said, very easy to use. It's like a Lego where you can put many different cubes and come up with your own asset. And when you make your asset with this Vox Edit tool, you can put it on marketplace on Sandbox.game, and you can mint it and you can sell it to anybody to anybody. But at the moment, the marketplace is not open for everybody. It's because we are still in alpha stage. It's only open for the whitelisted or creators of the official creators of Sandbox platform. But in near future, we're going to open this for anybody, for everybody to use. Yeah. It will be easy to mint it, and it will be just on there to sell, and all the transactions are made by Sand. Okay. And there's another tool called Game Maker. All these tools are free to use for anybody. You can right now go to sandbox.game and download it and use it for free. And the Game Maker is where actually it's called Game Maker, but not Metaverse Maker. But you can make your own contents using this tool. So if you created your assets using Vox Edit, you can bring it to the Game Maker, and you will be able to create your own game or your own metaverse. And as I mentioned, all these tools are very easy to use, all drag and drop, no coding is needed. So it's very simple. So anybody, even the kindergarten kids, will be able to create their own metaverse using Game Maker. And so what you can build here is actually you can build anything that you want in a real life in Metaverse. So these are some of the features that's provided in our tool. It's available in our tool. And our tool, as I mentioned, is upgraded every 2-3 months with new features. So in future, there will be more and more features and more things that you'll be able to do. But at the moment, these are already all made as a content, and it was already published for people to enjoy. So you can have social hub, you'll be able to have like gallery, nightclubs, house. You can rebuild your own house. So Snoop Dogg actually recreated his own house in Metaverse and hosted a Metaverse party in Sandbox. And of course, you can make some gaming content as well, parkour or fighting adventure, or you can also build many adventure quests, or you can host your own fashion shows, or shooter, retro gaming, or even skating. All these contents you'll be able to build using our tool. And these are some of the use cases and some success stories of the IPs that did. So you can have your own cultural moment. You can do some donations using our platform. So Karov actually did this NFT drop, NFT sale, and all the revenues that they generated from this drop were donated to a certain foundation. And you can do a media campaign or even real life digital event. You can do education or even loyalty program. So Warner Music Group, we are preparing for like a concert. So so for those who own certain NFTs that's minted from Warner, you'll be able to join a limited concert. So these are some of the case studies that I briefly mentioned. So Ledger, of course, you know what Ledger is, but it was really hard to educate how to use and why we needed to use Ledger in blockchain. And they made quest about this using Ledger in our platform in the metaverse. And when you finish the content of the Ledger metaverse, you at the end of the game, you will be able to realize how important using Ledger is and how they can use in real life.
And become a true master of crypto security.
And we did a event with Paris Hilton as well. So Paris Hilton, we made something called Paris Land. And we tried to tell her story of like his and her cultural moments in that metaverse. So when you come and play in Paris Hilton's world, you would have a little bit of taste of what kind of Paris Hilton, what kind of life Paris Hilton lived. And with Gucci, Gucci wanted to position their brand as an unconventional approach to luxury fashion. So in the Gucci land, they tried to promote something called Gucci Bolt, and also did a NFT drop, NFT sale using Gucci IP. And all these videos you'll be able to find in Sandbox YouTube. So I won't need to show the full video here. And in Sandbox, in every virtual world, you need something called avatar, as you know. And in Sandbox, you can be anything that you want to be. Of course, you can customize your own avatar and your skin color or your outlook, your wearables. You can all choose to your taste. And you can walk around with your avatar. And what we do is we also collaborate with IPs and sell these avatars using those IPs. For example, this is Snoop, and Snoop Dogg, we sold Snoop Dogg avatar. So if you buy Snoop Dogg NFT, you will be able to walk around the metaverse being a Snoop. Or if you bought a Gucci outfit that was sold on our platform, you will be able to be Gucci wearing, Snoop Dogg wearing Gucci. And interoperability is also something that's very, very important on in Sandbox. So the famous BAYC, if you owned the BAYC PFP, if you come to Sandbox owning that NFT, you will be able to play with BAYC character or avatar in Sandbox. So I want to share with you why Metaverse, why Metaverse, and when Metaverse and Web3 or blockchain is collaborated, it gives out synergy. I mean, anybody can do Metaverse without Web3 or blockchain. It makes perfect sense. But when it's collaborated or when it gets together, I think it gives out synergy. First of all, you can give more values to your fans or loyal users. For example, Snoop Dogg, we did a lot of things together with Snoop. So if you are a fan of Snoop, you always want to own a piece of Snoop, or you want to like be or engage with Snoop's life partially. Of course, you can't be like fully, but you want to be partially engaged with Snoop's life. So if you want to own part of a Snoop, you can always buy Snoop's collection on NFT. And everybody knows that when you have NFT collection, it's never going away anywhere. It's there forever. And even for example, if even the Sandbox platform it is closed down somehow, you can still have that collection if you own it in NFT. And also, we did a lot of we tried a lot of new events with Snoop. So at the moment, we are trying to build Snoop's concert in Sandbox, and it's going to be published sometime this year. So for that special concert, you will need Snoop's private party ticket or NFT to have benefits on joining that concert. So we earlier last year we sold NFT ticket, which is private. It's called private ticket for Snoop's party, and that ticket was sold out like in a second. And if you own that NFT ticket, Snoop will be giving you a lot of benefits throughout Snoop's activities that's going on. For example, Snoop mentioned that he will invite one of the NFT holder to his music video filming set, and also he will be inviting the NFT holders to Snoop's private concert or private party that's going to be hosted in Sandbox. And in Metaverse on blockchain, it always comes with a reward for the user's contribution. For example, we had 3 alpha seasons in Sandbox, and in all the alpha seasons, we through the raffle, we gave out the alpha season pass, and for those alpha season holders, they were able to gather more, or they were able to collect more cents through the playing. And for anybody who attended alpha seasons or all the alpha seasons, they were able to collect NFTs or give away cents according to their levels they achieved. And if you buy NFT, there were certain contents that you were able to enjoy before other people, or if you were the holder of certain NFT of a certain IP, there were certain zones or content experiences that only those NFT holders were able to join. So, and during the alpha seasons, we also promote people to do social contests. And if you do the social activities or social events, or if you participate in these events, you'll be able to get more rewards or get more cents. So this reward system is very crucial in the metaverse that's on blockchain system. So as you can see here, with the quests or the levels that you achieved, or the number of quests that you completed, you will be able to earn more raffle tickets, and you'll be able to get higher chance of getting more rewards. And embracing an NFT culture is another crucial thing. So here. So here we are trying to show how the different types of NFTs are all presented in Sandbox platform. So here's a cones, or this is BAYC. You can sometimes see BAYC. You can with BAYC avatar, you can join Snoop Dogg's concert or cones contents or experiences. You can meet Paris Hilton, and you can meet cute Smurfs. Like this kind of mixture of different IPs are not easy to achieve in other platforms, as you know, because it's hard to see different IPs appearing on same stage. For example, as you, the Marvel series, people were really excited to see different heroes appearing on one film, and we all know that that was possible because the IP holder was the same person, same company. But in real life, it would be really hard to see Smurf appearing on the same stage with Paris Hilton, or not on the same stage, but in the same platform where Smurf and Paris Hilton or Snoop Dogg all together. And I think this is one of the biggest appealing point for the users. So I think this is a picture where you can feel what the IP collaborated metaverse can show to the people, where you can see Kongs or Pororo and Snoop Dogg and Smurf, or the character from Walking Dead, all in one single page in the poster. And this is, I think, possible because it was on blockchain and in the Web3, and because it was a metaverse. So IPs and big brands are trying to enter our platform because of the benefits that I just mentioned. Because it's easier for them to it's another way, or it's a new way or new method to meet and engage with their fans and their users in a different way. Because before, for example, if you let's say one of the biggest IP that we're collaborating in Korea is Lotte World, and the only thing Lotte World up until now were able to do was ask people to come and come to the physical park, Lotte World Park. But now they are rebuilding their attraction points in Metaverse, and they are recreating their characters in that world. So now people doesn't really have to visit Lotte World to actually feel and see what attractions are there, but they will be able to feel the Lotte World without visiting the physical area. And they what they're going to do is they're going to do NFT drop, and for the NFT holders, they will be able to have discount for actually going to physical Lotte World, or they are going to do some events, only private party event after Lotte World is closed, after like 10 or 11 in midnight, for the NFT holders for the Lotte World for Lotte World NFT holder benefit, for the Lotte World NFT holder benefit. So all these different kind of marketing approach is also possible using Metaverse in NFT and on Web3, and also new ways of engaging these users are possible in this Metaverse using Web3. And lastly, but not leastly, this is the another biggest point for open Metaverse for user engagement. Sandbox, we host a lot of user-created content contest. So we have something called Voxel contest, where you can make your own asset with the themes given by Sandbox or themes given from IPs. For example, we can host something called make a Belligom, because Belligom is a character created by Lotte Home Shopping, and you can do the contest saying make a movie poster using Belligom on Voxel, using Voxel using our tool. Or sometimes we do something called game jam, which is encouraging people to make their own game using the IPs that we collaborate with. So for example, we did a Walking Dead game jam. People made different kinds of games using Walking Dead IP. Or we also did Ragnarok game jam using in Korea as well. And some of the reward for winning game jam goes up to almost like 10,000 cents for the top winner, or even the biggest, the higher for the game jam, you can also even get like up to 350 K cent in prize for the winners as well. This is one of the game jam that we did. So we try to encourage our creators and encourage our users to participate in actually creating the contents in Sandbox. So they for anyone, they are if they're interested, they could come to our Sandbox platform and become anybody they want to be. Like they can be a landowner, you can be land or real estate, you know, a dealer, or you can be musician, you can do your own concert. So that's why we are not calling ourselves gaming platform, but we're calling ourselves, or trying to build our platform as a metaverse platform on blockchain. So I see another, so that was last page of my presentation about Sandbox, and I tried to explain why Metaverse was more meaningful on Web3 platform. Okay. Thank you for listening, and I see another question here. So I have been working in researching the content industry, and I have a very high expectation in user-generated content. However, I think one of the reasons Metaverse is criticized by many is that it does not seem real. So people are not persuaded to be a part of it over simple games, especially since many are also dubious about cryptocurrency. Sandbox use of Pixel could be criticized for the same reason. Does Sandbox have any plan to deal with it? Actually, I get these questions a lot from people from different industries, and I and all the people from Sandbox believe that Metaverse doesn't have to be realistic. I mean, some platform, they pursue realistic art, or some platform I think Metaverse platform with 2D graphics or even dotted graphics can work as a Metaverse. Metaverse doesn't have to recreate the real life perfectly into digitalized version, because it doesn't mean because if it's going to recreate exactly the same, why would we need to be in that metaverse? We could just leave the real life. But this is just another way of creating different type of the digitalized world. So Sandbox doesn't have, I can strongly tell you that the Sandbox doesn't have any plan to change our outlook, because we believe it's not inferior to the realistic type of art, but it's different type of outlook. I hope this gives you an idea of why Sandbox was actually designed in a voxel type of art. And it had to be in voxelized or a cubicle for user to easily participate in creating their own content. Because if it's more realistic, it's going to need or require more sophisticated or more difficult technology or technical ability. For example, I don't think we will be able to come up with any kind of tool that enables such on content that can be created with only drag and drop. If it's going to be realistically 3Dized. Okay? So I can tell you, we don't have any plan to change our outlook, but we have a lot of plans to upgrade our functions for game maker, or even for voxel for voxel tool. We have a lot of plans to upgrade to make it easier for user to use, but not to change the outlook. I totally agree with the last comment, where the uncanny valley was could be another issue, because everybody knows about the Lion King or the Cats musical, where when it became too realistic, people kind of felt a little bit weird or scary. I think you can always make our content interesting using more creative ideas. So one of the very creative content done by one of our IP partner, I would like to share with you a IP called Hong Kong Bank. I just forgot the name of the media. It's an over 100 years old Hong Kong media. It was a newspaper. So they actually wanted to brand themselves and let people know how historical their brand is. So they made an experience in Sandbox where it's so when you enter that experience, it starts from today, the current day, and they give out a quest, and if you start the quest, the Hong Kong ferry, the current time zone, reverts to 100 years ago, and it tells you story of a captain of the Hong Kong ferry, and when you finish the quest, at the end it shows you the real story about the quest that you just did in the newspaper that was published 100 years ago. South China Morning Post, yes, that's exactly the IP. It's South China Morning Post. So they recreated this experience, and when user finish that the quest, they will be able to see, oh, South China Morning Post was over 100 years old IP, and no, I didn't know it was such a historical brand. And by checking out the actual newspaper, it gives you the feeling that that South China Morning Post was actually an admirable or respectable media. See, and this kind of experience, it's not easy to give to the users or fans in other platforms than the metaverse.
Is there any question? Can I have a question? Can I ask a question?
Sure, sure.
Yeah. My first experience of NFT is CryptoKitty. Back in 2018, maybe 18. So at that time, CryptoKitty said they mint game items as NFT. So they can store value into NFT, and this value, NFT value, will go on permanently because it is stored on blockchain. So no one can remove that. But currently, we cannot use CryptoKitty, and CryptoKitty value is going down definitely. So I felt currently many blockchain-based games and Metaverse make another style world garden style game or Metaverse. So what if we can make some standard way to create voxel or game items, and then we can exchange items into another metaverse or another games. So is there any try to make a standard on digital items or boxes, game items?
Oh, actually, it's a great question, because that's one of the area where we are trying to find a new business model on. For example, I cannot mention the name of this company, but the company who owns Metaverse or blockchain platform, we're trying to collaborate together. So anybody who owns NFT on our platform can have advantage on their platform as well. So for example, if they reach a certain level on their platform and they come to Sandbox with the NFT, we give them certain benefit. So we, in this industry, I think we tend to all agree that growing a pie is the biggest quest, and it's something that we should all do together. We don't consider other platforms to be our competitor, but we think they are our collaborative partner. So like 2 years ago, we collaborated with, actually we partnered with Geppetto, which is one of the biggest Korean metaverse. And we never thought Geppetto as our competitor, but somebody who we should do something together to grow the pie. So you have a great point there. So we try to reach out to many game companies or even blockchain content companies, so we can collaborate on using or sharing the platform or sharing the benefit or giving the more benefit to the NFT holder or the participants. So you have a great point there. We never tell people that, I mean, we always tell people that the NFT will always be there physically. I mean, they're stored on blockchain, but nobody can guarantee the value of that NFT. So the value of that NFT is always generated and created and made by the users, not the platform.
Okay. Thank you for the answer. Is there any question? Okay, we will wait for 10 minutes. Okay, no question.
Okay.
Thank you for the great presentation. We could understand the sandbox and the future of open metaverse. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Okay, see you next lecture. Have a good dinner.
Bye-bye.
Bye.